So, here it is. I ran this, golly, just the beginning of October. And so,
Yeah.
for context, I had been basically on the road since April 7th in an airplane, 8 weeks abroad, multiple countries, multiple time zones, multiple climates, environments. And so, just so people have that background, so context does matter, as Dr. Matt, pointed out. And then when you look at the results, first of all, I think it's very visual because I've looked at a ton of organic acid profiles. And to Dr. Matt's point, you're flipping all over the place. You can't make hides or hair of it. You're like, this is really beautiful how you guys present it, very visual. So it seems to be very easy to see some things here, right? And so you can see for the most part, I was pretty pleased with a lot of green zones, a few things at the very, very low end, a few things at the very high end, just a few things really out of range, which stands out with those red and green. And so just to kind of go through, it's broken down into the categories, as he mentioned, the microbial metabolites, detox indicators, these patterns of metabolism and mitochondrial function. I was really happy because I work really hard on this in my diet and my lifestyle. And so this was making me feel like even with all the stressors on my body, I'm holding my own just with choices I'm making in my day to day. And then coming down into the nutrition and oxalates, again, you guys, that's probably the area I shine on the most, if anything, maybe on the low end of some of these. And then getting down to the neurotransmitter, luckily, you guys will see I'm not completely batshit crazy. So that's always fun to see here that I'm doing okay. But what I love is the visuals. It helps people remember these pathways if you're not a clinician, right? But also, if you are a clinician, it's a good reminder to see this in action and then coming down into even showing us where certain nutrients or where certain molecules line up in this. I just think you guys tell a good story with the test results, the way you presented it. And then you really make it super clear. Come right in and talk about what's out of range. And then this is exactly to what, Paz was asking, like, give some ideas of what could be going on. So with this particular out of range, this could correlate with some urine mycotoxins. And being on the road as much as I've been, it is absolute that I get exposed to a lot of mycotoxins in various hotels and conferences and airplanes and all the things. And I get hit by it really easily. And then some little, issues here. So for people in my context, I have chronic kidney disease thanks to gadolinium poisoning over 30 years ago. So that is an ongoing. So it was just also showing me, yep, this is still something I have to keep working on. And then this just like my body trying to really work on, the hippuric acid. Maybe you could speak more to this, Dr. Matt, but, still showing some detox pathways, the tartaric acid. I will tell you that in the days leading up to this, I'd had wines. It was my birthday on the 30th, and I ran this on the 2nd. And so I have a question for you, Doc. Was that my wine consumption on my birthday?
I'm not a big fan of tartaric acid.
Okay.
It's not, I don't really find it very correlative, but it is on
Okay.
some of the other organic acid test on there, and we had some practitioners request it. So, yes, I think it's more of indicative of wine and fruit juice consumption
Yeah.
than any like gut issues.
Got
But
it.
um,
Yeah.
that's the reason why I put it at the end of the microbial section. Is like, okay,
Very cool.
I'm going to put it on there, but I'm going to put it on there reluctantly,
Yeah.
and I'm putting
Got
it at
it.
the end.
But it was kind of cool because I knew on the 30th of my birthday, I drank wine and probably more than I usually would in a given setting. So I thought, well, there's my feedback loop right there. And then this interesting thing about salicylic acid, I've always had a salicylic allergy. And so various foods I'm really sensitive to. So because of travel and whatnot, I was likely exposed to some things that had some preservatives, even if I'm careful with my diet. But I just really love how you guys break it down in such a simple way and give me clues as the patient, but also as the clinician to say, what could be causing these things? What's the bigger picture? So I'll stop that share, but I don't know if that was helpful for folks to kind of just get a sense of maybe the story it tells. It could really give me feedback as to how well I'm doing with my dietary and lifestyle choices.